How you doing, my friend? This is Nestor Nidome, and I wanted to make this video specifically for the people who are just starting out in their home-based business, because I don't want them to struggle what I struggled, because for the past 8 years, even though I have had some success on some of the business that I've had, I haven't had that level of success that I always wanted. And there's only one reason. I mean, that's the biggest reason that I've been finding out what it is, and that's because when I started business, I got so basically passionate about it, and all these ideas started coming into mind that I was never able to basically just dedicate myself to one sole business. So even though I had a business running, I was always thinking about the next business. What am I gonna do? Because how I started, I didn't start in a home-based business. I actually love to create things, inventing things. So when I started in the businesses, I actually started creating my own businesses, which kind of like the vending machines and the restaurant. But I wanted it to be my own. So, but the problem with that is that when I was creating it, I will start in the middle of it, start thinking about, okay, what other businesses can I create? So I was always involved in like 3, 4, 5 projects at the same time, every single time, that I had a certain business. So my focus wasn't lasered at just one type of business. But these thoughts came to mind because as I was listening to one of my mentors talk about what his mentor was talking about, it's this particular story that I heard, and it's pretty interesting because when his mentor Ray started his business, his real estate business, he mentioned that he went into this restaurant and he, for some reason or another, wanted to put flyers in the restaurant's bathroom. And when he was talking to the owner of the restaurant, this lady, he said, you know what, can I do this? Can I put some flyers in your restaurant? And he wanted actually to, draw up a little contract that he wanted to do in order to, kind of lock in that marketing area right there. So when the lady was reading the contract, she noticed that it said a 3-year contract. And she said, hey, why is it 3 years? And he's like, well, because that's standard contract that we work with. So she kind of started saying, well, I don't even know if we're gonna be here for 3 years. And that just blew his mind. And I mean, the moral of the story is that this lady who had a restaurant was saying that she wasn't even sure if they were gonna be there for 3 years because she was just starting out. Kind of, it's already leading the path to failure, because she doesn't even believe in it herself, right? And I think, even though I never said that, even though when I had my businesses, I always say, no, this is the one, let's go for it. In my mind, by me seeking other opportunities, seeking other ideas that I had, it was kind of telling myself, hey, I don't believe in this business, that I can put my sole attention to. And so that made me fail, because even though I wasn't saying it, I was actually acting upon it, because when I had a business, it's just I was thinking about the other one, and I see this happening way more in the home-based business, where they fall into the new shiny object, and everybody goes to that business, and then they change and they switch into, they go to another business. So they're never focused on their business, and then they stop and get mad either at the company or their upline or whoever else in the world they blame, and get angry at other people because their business didn't work. So I mean, and the reason they didn't work is because they didn't put the right foundation. So if you're just starting out, I want you to listen to this advice that I'm giving you. I don't want you to go through the whole hassle that I went through, that a lot of people go through, which is, not being focused on the business that they're in. And it doesn't really matter what business you're in. If you're in the business, you have to be thinking, hey, this is long term. I'm gonna make it happen. My friend, Nestor, the same name as me, he was kind of mentioning how Donald Trump has all these businesses, but how Donald Trump mentioned that he didn't create all those businesses all in one day. I mean, he would create one project, finish that one project, and then go on to the next one. So if you are like me, who have all these thoughts and all these ideas, and who want to, just have multiple streams of income, that multiple streams of income doesn't come until you create your first business and it's successful and you're making lots and lots of money out of it, and you're basically done the right thing. So just keep in mind, I mean, that's what I'm doing now. What I do is actually, I have a book, and whenever an idea comes to mind, I write it down. I'm writing it down. It's a big old thick book that I have now, and I'm just writing down all those ideas for the future. Because once I get to the goals that I want to get in this business, then I'm gonna start thinking about the next goal. But I'm laser focused now. Now I know, and now I'm starting to see real results. Now I'm starting to see true results that I've never seen in the past. That's what I'm loving it, and that's why I'm believing it more. So I know that if you start doing the same thing, you'll start getting the same results that all of us are getting. So when you hear stories like that, like of people who in 6 months and 10, in 12 months, did all what they did and they got a big thing, it's because they were laser focused on just one little project, just one project, and that's what you need to do. So that's the first thing. Of course, there's many other things, though. Don't just think that that's just one thing. But the main one I believe is just being able to burn those bridges. If you are in my fan page, or if you've seen my fan page, that's why I put that banner up there that it says, in order for a man to be able to, see other places or other countries, he has to first, not be able to see the shore where he came from. I don't remember exactly that quote, what it is, but I love it, because when I saw that, I was like, you know what, that's exactly what I need. And I put that in there, and I've had it there for months already, because it keeps reminding me that I need to keep going forward and not be able to see where I came from, basically lose that shore, because a lot of people don't want to they don't want to lose sight of that shore, because they're afraid that this boat, it's not that sturdy, so it might sink. So I want to be able to swim back, right? I want to be able to have that plan B. I don't want to burn that bridge because I want to go back. But reality is that if you have that type of mindset, you're just setting yourself up for failure, and it's almost a guarantee that you will fail if you don't burn that bridge, if you don't just move forward. So just keep in mind that, move forward, burn that bridge, get rid of that plan B, C, A, or whatever, or at least write it down in a book and say, I'm not gonna go back to any of those ideas until this business is giving me that certain amount of money monthly that I'm gonna set my goal to. Once I get to that goal, then I can start looking at other businesses, because now I'm successful. I know how to succeed. Now I know that I can move on to the next business, make that succeed, and eventually you have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income, does not happen overnight, and does not happen simultaneously. It's very hard to do it simultaneously. I mean, believe me, I've been trying, and I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just, you're just making it a little bit more difficult. So if you're just starting out, especially if you're starting out, you really don't know the ropes. You really don't know the scams that are out there. You really don't know what's going on in the world of business, which is way different from just coming from a job or going to school or a career. It's very different. Right here, it's sometimes it's everybody for themselves, basically. That's why it's important for you to also join a team, or get a mentor, somebody you can trust that can actually lead you to that path. But the first step to that path is basically, burning all those bridges, being able to just focus on one business and just focus all your energy into that one business until eventually it will work. And once it works, then you can go ahead and move to the others. With that, guys, thank you for joining me all the way to this video. I hope that you got value, and if you did, share this video, like it, and I would like to see your comments on If you are a newbie, if you are just starting out in the industry, you know, just comment down there about what your thoughts are on this video. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. This is Nestor, signing off.